Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Endzone 2. Last time we set up Zoneless, which was going to be our mining settlement focused on mining iron. Since that episode though, there's been a brand new update to the game which has seen some significant changes. So we're going to dive in and we're going to have to go back to our first zone to do a few little bits and pieces of work. So, as you can see here, we now have the Introduction to Electricity quest. You keep venturing further into unknown territory, you will find new resources out here for producing electricity. I think that's a typo from the devs. If you like, I can go with you. Yes, we want you to come with us. The basic components for successful electricity production are electronic parts. Find a zone with copper deposits and build the necessary production chains. Got it. So it just so happens that in Breaktown, we've actually got a new building. It's a copper or a decaying copper mine. So you can see here we now have restorable ruins on the map, which we can actually rebuild, and they can be houses or mines, as you can see here in the case of this copper mine. Now that is going to allow us to get the resources we need to start producing electricity. But before we do any of that, we need to go back to Rusticulum, which was our first ever settlement, and make a few adjustments. So, over here we have a decaying mine, and this is actually a coal mine. So once that is up and running, we're going to be able to extract coal directly from the land itself. And before we do that though, I want to build a little bit of an industrial zone around this decaying mine. And that's going to involve us having a new production chain set up and running over here. So we're going to build a workshop to begin with, and I'm building it on this side so that it can be in range of a fishery, which we're going to put down here. And then we're going to put a jetty in place right next to that so we can get some water there as well. That goes in. We've got our workshop, and of course the workshop needs access to scrapyard and wood. So our scrapyard here just about covers that tool production, and then the wood cutting lodge can go here. Next thing we're going to need is we will want a tree nursery to continue the output of trees and regrow all of the stuff that we use. We then want to put down a recycler to take plastic out of the scrapyard. So that pretty much sets that area up. Of course, we're also going to take a foraging hut and we're going to put that down here right next to the scrapyard, and their area of work is going to be over here, so they're going to be able to continuously produce stuff for us in terms of food and things like that. And then our woodcutters are going to go over here, and then once our tree nursery is up and running, they're going to go into that area as well to continue replenishing the trees. We then need a few logistical items in here, so we're going to put a jetty, a cistern right there to store the water. We then want to put a food depot in close to our forager's hut, and the fishery that can go there. That's great. And then a material depot which is going to go right here on the edge there. I think that should just get the plastic in, but also we want to make sure that the scrapyard is in range as well. So can we just about squeeze that in? Yeah, I think that works. I'd like to put it there, but I don't think the oh wait, it is. The scrapyard is just in range there. Right, that can go in like that. Then we're going to put a little bit of a road network in along there. We're going to drag it up to here. Have a road running along here, all the way around to there. Probably needs to go up to that as well. Coming down to there, and then through here. Great. So that is our new little industrial area. Now, I do have some pylons there that you can't actually see because it's dark, but they are there and they are in the way. So I can't put a road directly from here, which would have been perfect. But we now have a little bit of an industrial area there, and then we can start demolishing stuff over here and just reorganizing this area as well. So we're going to let things speed up until they are all now built. Shouldn't take too long. And once this is restored and the master builders have finished their work, we're going to be able to mine coal directly from the environment. As you can see here, our charcoal kilns aren't doing very well, mainly because they are very quickly using that to make activated carbon masks and stuff, so it's a little bit ropey at the moment in this settlement. So over here we have an interesting ruin. As you can see, it's a lead mine over there, and we do need to be very careful over here in Zoneless. They might get ill very quickly if we don't start setting up some vaccine ampules or something for them, so that's something that we do need to be aware of. We do have fertile soil here, but it's not what we need. We need swampland to be able to do that, so we're probably going to have to head on over to Bright Sun or Breaktown to start producing some more herbs. But for now, we're just going to let this build. I want to prioritize this settlement first, get that kind of on a better look, and then we can move on. As I can see, things are building pretty quickly here, and we should be just about finished now. Once that tree nursery is up and running, that'll be really useful. Great, so that is now set up. Now that we have kind of a brand new scrap production area, you can see over here at the vulcanizer we're short of natural latex and coal, but we can make a few adjustments now. So we no longer need that recycler. We're going to delete the food depot there as well, and the pharmaceutical laboratory. They do need herbs and plastic, which we don't get from here. So I think the pharmaceutical laboratory in this settlement is useless, so we're not going to use it here. The pharmacy we can keep here, but the vulcanizer will move somewhere else. Simply because there's no natural latex production. Oh wait, there is natural latex. We do produce that here. And we produce it on this fertile ground. So it's the vaccine ampules that we're not going to be producing because we don't have herbs being grown here. So we're going to rely on another settlement to supply us with that sort of stuff. We're then going to demolish everything in this area. And this might be a bit risky, you know, you never know what's coming around the corner, but I think just redoing this area is going to help us out a lot. We've got a load of inactive buildings here, stuff that's not working how it should be. Obviously, we're going to build some of these again, but I just want to redo it. Very much like I did at the end of the first episode when we just made a few adjustments and changes to get everything back and working nicely. And then I think after this, we're going to redo our housing, because that's something that could do with a little bit of a reshape and a restructure, just to keep it ticking over nicely and make sure that everybody has access to all the good stuff that will keep them happy. These plantations are obviously going to change a little bit, so the layouts of them are going to be different. And once we've demolished everything here, I think we'll be in a better position to move forward. You can see the population here is throttled. It doesn't go above 115, so more houses will probably be a good idea very soon. But for now, that should be everything in this area demolished. Yes, excellent. And then we'll just get rid of the roads. I'm going to pause things a second because we are going at like max speed, which isn't good. And then we will demolish the remaining roads to end up with this one straight road going in and out of town. Then we will build a brand new gravel path that just goes all the way to the end there. And this is where we can start building our brand new farms. So over here on this side, I want raw materials. I want to build a plantation. We're going to build it. Let's go here. Once that's built, they are going to be producing natural latex, and then fibers will go on the other side. So we're going to change the seed to natural latex, and then we're going to mark out our farm area. That takes us to 84, and that takes us to 100. Then over here, we're going to make sure it's on fibers, and again, fiber production is going to go here. Keep on going. We can put a couple in these residual areas, taking us up to 90. That's 98. And then 2 there to take it up to 100. And then I will build another plantation. There. And again, once that's built, that is going to be creating more fibers. We've got a drought coming in, which is not good, especially considering we've lost a lot of water there. So we've got sickness over here in Zoneless as well. Not a great deal I can do about that at the moment. I'm just going to have to hope that they can ride that out, because I really do need to focus on the developments over here. So back over in this side of the settlement, we've now built another plantation. Oh, it's almost built. I want to make sure that I've got people assigned as water carriers, so we're going to max them out as well as the well keepers. And then we'll speed up. Once this build is done, there we go. We can make sure that it's set to fibers, and we will set up our cultivation area like so. There we go. Right. So now we're producing lots of fibers in these plantations, and then we've got natural latex coming in as well. Then we want to go to our trades and crafts. We want to build a weaving mill. We kind of need to be very close to the fertile ground that we've already got here. So that's close to fiber production right there. I'm going to go here, just in range, I think, of the fiber production, but they also need water. So we're going to put a well in right there as well. Then, from our fibre production, we are going to be creating... We've got the weaving mill, that's being made. Then we need a tailor's workshop, and the tailor's workshop will go there. We need 2 of these. The tailor's workshop also want the production of coal. So we're going to put a coal kiln right there. And the coal kiln needs wood, so we'll build another wood cutting lodge right there. And of course that needs to be supplemented by a tree nursery. Then we can road up all of these like that. And then another road going along here, linking that up and then coming up to here. So all of those buildings now have road access, and we've even got like a little bit of an area where we can produce everything we need. What we need to do now though is put people into the gardening profession. There we go. We need another well keeper. It's going to go there. So they're going to start producing stuff, and as you can see here, the weaving mill now has access to fibres and water. The well is producing stuff there. We've got the tailor's workshops now being built. Over here we have a wood cutting lodge. We're going to have the woodcutters cut in this area, and our foresters at the tree nursery are going to go plant over in that side. So once they've finished planting everything and that's grown back a little bit, I'm going to put some more fishermen in. We're going to put some more foragers in. And then I think lumberjacks will be good. And we need tailors. And lastly, we need someone in the weaving mill. There we go. Right, okay, jobs are starting to come back and fill up. Coal kiln as well, and the tree nursery. We're going to need someone in there as well. So let's go with, we need some recyclers as well, actually. These are the new jobs that we've created in the other district. Charcoal burners, 1 more tailor. Weavers are up and running. That's great. So at the moment, you can see here, stuff is full at the tree nursery. No workers available. Ah, okay, tree nursery. That's what I'm missing. There we go. Right, they should now be working. Good. The woodcutting lodge is full. We could do with building a brand new material depot. We're going to put it here. And that should fill up really nice. But of course, we're short on wood. We're short on wood supply storage, basically. We can actually upgrade these once we get some more iron. Okay, right, I think we're looking pretty good here. Water is slowly running short, but everything else is looking good. Tools, obviously, we need a bit more of, and cloth as well. So our weaving mill does not have a great deal of water because that is running low. I think we should probably build a cistern. We'll build it right there on the corner. And, right, okay, so water is dwindling, but that's okay. Fibres are starting to come in quite nicely. The weaving mill, though, is running low on stuff. So we've got... Ah, there we go. We need to change this to rubber gloves. That should be good. The plantation here is producing natural latex. We now need a vulcanizer. Now here, they benefit from rubber and cloth production. We've got cloth right next door there. So this is where we build our next vulcanizer. We have a look over here in the trades and crafts. The vulcanizer here needs natural latex and coal to be nearby. Now we've got both right there in abundance, so we're going to move back a little bit, but we're too far away from the natural latex, so we're going to have to come back to here like that, and then we'll build a road that links everything up. There we go. Right, they now have road access. They need a depot. So where's our material depot? Did we just build one? It's not quite finished yet, so we've got to wait for that to come in. Let's speed things up. Now, obviously, we need to do something about the tools. We need to do something about the cloth. We're still not producing a great deal of that. So it might be that we need another weaving mill, because our fibre is growing quite nicely. We do have depots in the vicinity now, which does improve the efficiency. We're still not efficient enough to actually make the cloth kind of go into a increased amount, so we're going to get another weaving mill set up there, and I think that should do it.
The draft has come.
We've got the drought in now. How are things looking over in Zoneless? Everybody seems to be okay. Now the drought is going to make things very difficult over here. We're not going to get enough water in. We just need to hope that our people are able to survive the drought. Now the drought is going to last just under 3 minutes, and our water reserves won't last particularly long. Over in Bright Sun, they're doing okay, and the same in Breakdown, so they're okay for now. Now, we do need to be very careful with our soil radioactivity here. I think it's okay, we should be able to survive it, but we do need to bear this in mind. Now, what's going on over here? It's not finished building yet, is that the problem? I'll know as soon as this autosave finishes. But you can see all of the other basic materials are coming in quite nicely. We don't have anyone working in that weaving mill. That's what we're missing. So let's get another set of weavers in. There we go. But we don't. So fibers, obviously, we're not producing right now. And water, we're not producing either. Due to the drought, which, oh God, we are running short. Yeah, we now have thirsty settlers. We've got a big drought and a sandstorm.
Not enough to survive. No one likes to make...
Right, okay. Water is all right there. And we're coming out of the drought now, so water's returning. People are starting to get some more. Ooh, lots of thirsty settlers. Oh God. Right, it looks like we're recovering, so that's good. Great. Now, cloth is coming up pretty well. People are slowly, we're going up and down with the thirst here. Hopefully we'll get through this. But you can see the radiation protection is pretty bad at this moment in time. The vulcanizer is now up and running as well, so we can get someone to work there. We'll put 5 to work in the vulcanizer. Yeah, water is a bit of a problem at this moment in time. Water carriers, well keepers, we're maxed out on them. Let's get some more water in. So we'll put another jetty in here. Can probably go there. And then we'll put in another gravel path to link it up. Do I have a cistern nearby to there? I don't think I do. Right, cistern is in, water is starting to increase, we need more water carriers put in place, there we go. Right, okay, over at the pharmacy we don't have anything there, so we're not going to be distributing any pharmaceuticals at the moment. However, if I now head over to Bright Sun, which is where we produce most of our herbs, in Bright Sun we can build a pharmacy. So let's have a look. Tailor's Workshop, Brickworks. Upgraded Tailor's Workshop. Where is it? Where is it? We've got the Swamp Farm. We already have that. Ah, wait. It's in Community Buildings. Pharmaceutical Laboratory. It requires 10 bricks. So, let's get our truck. Pathfinder. The Pathfinder, come back here. We're starting to get food coming in. Food is starting to decrease, actually. That is not good. But... looking over here, we don't have any miners yet, and we are running low on coal, so we better start putting some people to work in our mine. We'll put around about 10 to work there. We'll get a few more brick makers in as well. Yeah, okay, good. So water, we're just about sorted with water now. It's been a bit of a difficult ride, I think. Now our Pathfinder should be coming back to us now. 2 thirsty settlers. That should sort itself out now. We're in like a, you know, we're getting water coming in, which is what we needed. Our tool makers, though, we could do with some of them, and we can actually upgrade our workshop once we get 5 units of iron. But over here, Pathfinder has arrived, so now we can load up some bricks. We're going to load up 10 bricks. We'll take 50. Yeah, why not? Take 50. Then we're going to head down to Bright Sun.
Got it.
And we're going to drop those bricks off. Now, over here, we've still got 1 thirsty settler, but that is going to be solved very soon. Now, our workshops, on the other hand, we are probably either going to need to build a new workshop so that we can continue producing tools. I think that might be the best thing to do for now, knowing that we can eventually get rid of these. Now, it does need to be close to wood and scrap. That's close to wood, but not scrap, and that is perfect. Then we can get some more tool makers into position, ready to start producing tools once we have that built. And We should then start seeing an increase in our tool production. Coal is coming in really nicely. Activated carbon masks are down. And I think it's because our weaving mill... Oh gosh, we got some food issues over here, have we? What's wrong here? Fishery. Ah, they don't have any tools. Right, okay, so tools over here is something that we need to sort out. Now, they do have a scrapyard and they do have a woodcutting lodge, so they can start up their own tool productions. Hang on, they've got a workshop as well, apparently. Do we just have nobody working there? Got no one working at the woodcutting lodge. Ah, yes, we don't have anyone working there. Ah, well, we could have done this ages ago. Right, we'll get that up and running. Tool makers, there we go. Right, now we can start producing fish and stuff, so that's fine. Great. That's going to be solved. Food is going to be sorted out. They're going to have tools done. That's calmed down now. Great. That's what we wanted. Now over here, we are missing pharmaceuticals, but we can go back to here. We can dump these bricks. Drop them off. We'll drop some scrap off as well, but their depot's full. Then we can actually build, in the community buildings, we can build our pharmaceutical laboratory. Now, if it's close to herbs and plastic, it'll be quicker, and that is exactly what that is. Close to herbs and... No, it's not. Where's my herb gone? Okay. There. Just on the edge there. And for some reason, this road needs to be filled in. Right, then, Bright Sun can now start producing pharmaceuticals. And we can set up a brand new trade route to ferry whatever's in here. What are they going? Let's have a look at our transport routes. So they're currently sending herbs to Rusticulum, but we don't need to send herbs to Rusticulum anymore. So we are going to edit this transport route. We are going to get rid of herbs. So instead of loading up herbs, we want to load up vaccine ampules. And then we're going to unload the vaccine ampules right there. Then they can be distributed. And yeah, that works. Then over here, we're still getting rid of them. We're still getting rid of the tools. That sounds good to me. Right. So then we can head back over here. And hopefully we'll see those vaccine ampules start to come in a few trade routes. Great. And then that should mean our pharmacy can continue distributing them. Right, so I think that has solved these issues here. We don't have any workers in that scrapyard for some reason. Even though we do have salvagers available. It's probably because we've got a scrapyard there as well. So I'm going to reduce this down so we just have 3 working in that one. And then they should now go and work in this one. There we go. Good. Right. So they are now going to continue getting scrap for us. We've got coal coming in quite nicely. Activated carbon masks are dropping down. Tools. We should have that sorted very soon. We are making some, but I think they are actually starting to be used in other... Actually, we've got a transport route, haven't we? This one. Let's have a quick look at where we're sending stuff. We're loading up and we're dropping off in Breaktown. Now, Breaktown actually has tool production now, so it doesn't actually need that. We can get rid of them. So that inventory slot is clear now. So all we're doing now, we have a look here, is sending herbs, sending vaccine ampules to Rusticulum, and we are taking rubber gloves and distributing them to the other settlements as well. Currently, we're doing well on activated carbon masks. How are our... Let's have a quick look at other stuff. Rubber gloves, that's what I want to have a look at. We've only got 1 lot of rubber gloves in at the moment. And it could be that our tailors' workshops need to work a little bit quicker. So let's put another one. We'll produce 6 per minute. 6 units of rubber gloves. Our weavers... Yeah, we're not growing enough fibres, even though we have plenty there. Oh, we've got 1 weaving mill there working on cloth. We have 2 weaving mills working on stuff. But they're unable to keep up with the demand, and that could be because we need to get some electricity in. Our turnover is only 0.3 in terms of the carbon masks, 0.6, so it kind of fluctuates. But we can upgrade our tailor's workshops actually, so we're going to upgrade that one, and we will upgrade this one. And once they're upgraded, they should be a lot more efficient. And then our weaving mill we can upgrade as... Oh, it can't be upgraded, okay, right. But our plantations can be upgraded once we have iron tools. Now, we don't have access to iron tools yet unless we do some more expeditions. But we now have like a decent area there that is really starting to come together. Before I do anything else, I think what I want to do is change up a few of my residential areas. So we've got this really nice residential zone here. Are we getting any vaccine ampules coming in yet? Where's the buggy gone? I think that was the buggy there. It did drop off vaccine ampules, so we're now able to distribute them through the population, which is good. Right, having a look here at our huts. We've got 100% health, 65% confidence. There's a lot of noise apparently around here, and a lot of pollution.
It'd be really nice if we found a solution.
But we do have a campfire. We've got a bathhouse. Ooh, okay. Right, we better go over here because we've got some dead bodies that we need to bury. So let's build a graveyard. We'll just build it there. And then at least that is done. Get an undertaker to work. And this population will remain capped and looking pretty good. Up over here, they do have tools, don't they? I just need to make sure that I've got that up and running. Scrapyard, a foraging hut, a tree nursery, a recycler. Doesn't look like they have tool production here. I think I was at a different settlement there. Oh god, it's all a bit all over the place, isn't it? But we do have wood somewhere, don't we? No, we don't.
We thank you. Now our friends can
However,
rest in peace.
Over here, because the tree nursery's been working so hard, they can actually build a wood cutting lodge there, and they can get to work in that space. But they don't have any wood to do that at the moment. So I think we're going to have to get some wood from another settlement to sort that out. But everybody seems to be happy at this moment in time, and that's going to allow me to have a look at the areas that I need to sort things out here. They currently actually, there aren't any buildings that produce loud noise by the looks of things. So let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. That's electricity. That's effects. That's confidence. Okay, so yeah, we don't have any loud noise producing buildings nearby, so that's okay. What I want to do is I want to demolish the tents that I've got here, because if we have a look around, you can see these need a bathhouse and a park. Now we do have access to a bathhouse and a park. I can't build a bathhouse yet because we don't have iron, but we can build a park once we get some more cloth in. However, cloth production's pretty low at this moment in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to demolish, as long as we've got enough wood and stuff to build these things, we're going to demolish all of these. Then we're going to build brand new houses throughout the settlement to try and give people a better quality of life. Currently our vaccine ampules are holding up pretty well, so we'll get these demolished. Once this is done, it's a shame I can't relocate my town centre. Or am I able to build a new one? Doesn't look like it. That is a shame. Anyway, once these houses are demolished, I'll be able to rebuild them and get back on track, because we are in a little bit of a state at this moment in time. We're going to get rid of this stuff, get rid of this road, and this one. Probably this one as well, actually.
Enough to last.
And we just remove all of these roads, and we can start again. Right. So I do want to build a road here. I still want to have this little loop around the town centre. I'm going to have this road come up to here. Then we'll demolish these roads here. Our pharmacy is going to be demolished as well. And then we'll put the pharmacy somewhere else. So we do want to have our pharmacy in range of houses. So we'll put it there to begin with. Then we can build our new set of housing. Got one hut left apparently somewhere. That doesn't make sense. Where is it? Ah, it's gone now. Right, we've got enough bricks so we can actually start building actual huts instead of tents. Currently, we have 114 people living in the settlement. So that is going to be roughly 12 huts. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Then we can build some community buildings to help them out a little bit. So we can put the campfire in there. That is going to have a large area of effect. And the pavilion will go there as well. So our pavilion, you can see the area of effect there. We can now put in some houses. So get some more huts going in. Where we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that should now have everyone covered in that area. But as you can see, we don't have enough building materials available because we currently don't have any cloth being produced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the production on my tailor's workshops. With that pause, we should just start seeing our cloth come up very quickly. We can now start building these huts. Once they're queued up and built, we'll have a much more efficient looking settlement where everybody's got space to live. There's no homelessness. We should have capacity for 120 adults living in this little town, and people will be a lot happier. What I am actually going to do though is I'm going to put in another couple of huts just to give us a little bit more of a boost to our population. And then we can run a road into these areas here, all the way along there. And we might even be able to put some decorative items in.
If nothing changes, it'll be the end.
We've got a water shortage over there because they're now having their first drought. Ooh, that could be tough. We might need to get some water over to that building. But eventually, we're going to be able to come through the end of this better equipped here anyway.
We don't have much water left. No one likes to make that.
Right, so 2 more buildings left to queue up. The huts are now built. People have space to live. The homelessness problem is just about eradicated, I think. 1 more left. What's this for? The pavilion. Yes, okay, right. We're going to let the materials build there. We've got 1 to work in the pharmaceutical. And then our pavilion should be built very soon. 1 more. There we go. Pavilion is being built. Then we can have our tailor's workshop get back into production. Okay, good. So that just about solves all of the issues here. You can see here they still want to park in a bathhouse. But can't do the park yet for obvious reasons. We need 10 units. Actually, let's just let that go for a little bit longer. Let's leave that. And then we'll have a look at the park.
The situation has calmed down for now, but we have to keep
now putting in the park gives us a nice big area of effect for this area here. I'm going to drop down a little bit to there, and then we can put a road in, linking these all up. And then that's kind of where I'm going to start building my new area of the settlement. We've got a little bit in terms of decorative items we can put down as well. So I think we'll put in some flower beds and stuff here. Little gardens and things. We'll put some trees in. And then a flower bed. And another flower bed. Just fills in the area, doesn't it? Makes everybody a little bit happier. Good. Right, okay. So it's nighttime at the moment. We've got an empty work area. It's this scrapyard over here. So we're going to push them a little bit further down, and they can start really getting rid of the scrap here. And I think that is probably a good time to end it. Everybody here is happy. They've got access to the park now. They just need a bathhouse. We've got really happy people here, but they are contaminated. And that is probably due to a lack of radiation protection. So vaccine ampules are fine, but if we have a look, rubber gloves are a no-go at the moment. So let's get back to producing stuff. Got them on the go, got them on the go. Cloth is going okay, but it will plummet pretty quickly. Our weaving mill. Yeah, look at that. Fibre and water. So you can see water's coming in quite nicely. Fibres are coming in quite nicely, but not the quickest, to be honest. So if we go to our research, I do think we've unlocked upgraded plantations. We just have a quick look down here. We haven't yet researched that. We need 15 iron tools, which means it's probably time to head over to Zoneless. Now, Zoneless is awaiting construction of its iron mine. It needs bricks. Luckily, we do have... Oh, I thought we had, but we don't. Our Pathfinder's going to come back here and get some bricks. The houses look really good there now. We've got this little area here as well that we can kind of look at and change. They're currently making sunflowers, and that produces a lot of food. So currently we've got a lot of food here. We can change them to a number of different seeds. So that should be good. We've got loads of seeds unlocked actually, so we can lean a little bit more into farming and food in this area. We've not yet done that. Have a look at the fertile ground. There's a lot that we can do in terms of farming here. But Rusticulum has now been kind of settled. Last thing we're going to do is grab some bricks. And when we have done that, we'll head over here, drop it off, and Zoneless will get some much needed attention in our next episode of Endzone 2. I'm going to spend a little bit more time here just sorting things out, so next time hopefully you'll see a better and more developed Rusticulum. Thanks again for watching guys, and I will see you all next time.